I guess I would be who had low self-esteem, Asian nerd. Wasn't fully satisfied. I was always looking for something, seeking for another path. Something just lacked in my life. I experienced something very, very strange yet amazing. I had this big conviction in my heart that this was the path I should follow. Coming to Israel was a life changer. Hi, this is Ariel from Ariel All Ways. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have a special topic which is going to be about why I decided to come to Israel. So the story begins. Probably I should tell you about my life before I came to Israel, before I even thought of, coming to Israel. I was a very introverted kid. I still am. Back then I was even more. I was always very shy, very hesitant about the things that I wanted to do, not confident. I couldn't speak my mind. I was always the person that you would see being very quiet, not expressing myself. I guess I would be a very stereotypical person who had low self-esteem, and I sort of always knew about it, but I really couldn't tell anyone because it's something that you really can't tell easily. If you're already insecure about something, then it's so hard to tell to another person. I think it sort of started when I was a kid, when my family decided to immigrate to Australia when I was about 10. Things started to get a bit, difficult from then because I did not speak a word of English. I was always shy. I was this very small little Asian girl who couldn't really hang out with other kids, who couldn't really fit in, and I was always the one just being very conscious, being very self-conscious. The way I tried to overcome those kind of language, cultural barriers was through academics. As an Asian, you had to sort of comply to your parents, try your best to meet your parents' expectations, to study hard, get good grades, eventually, go to a good university and get a good job. I was like that. I was a very stereotypical Asian nerd. I strived to achieve the best, and I think I did. I did my best and I got the grades that I wanted. This was in Australia, of course. But after graduating high school and going to uni, now suddenly you're in such a big pool. You're in the society, in the big world. Now it's totally up to you to decide which path you want to take, what people you want to meet, what career path you want to follow. Everything was entirely up to you, and I wasn't ready for that at all. I was fully unaware and unprepared to lead my own path, while other people around me seemed to know what they were doing. I had no idea. So yeah, frustration started to build slowly from then. I did choose to study this degree called medical science because I wanted to become a doctor. That was a very blurry sort of future that I was always, dreaming about. Because, Asian parents, they value doctors, lawyers, and like engineers the highest, like they're always like the top positions in the society. I followed my parents' dreams, I think. They didn't really push me that much, but it's just that I kept putting pressure on myself without realizing. And so I chose this degree because I didn't get into medicine for my undergraduate. And I realized as I continued to study this program, studying medicine was not what I actually wanted. I wasn't actually interested in all the bodily conditions, but I was more interested in the psychology, the psychiatry of people, the mental conditions. Actually, I wanted to become a psychiatrist, and so I think that's why I decided to become a doctor. But, being a specialist requires at least 10 or more years of training, and during those years you mainly just focus on the body, not the mental illnesses. And so after I studied medical science, I decided to pursue my career into psychology. I wanted to become a psychologist and help others who were going through mental problems. This is because I actually experienced psychological distress. I think it started from my childhood when my entire world changed from Korea, my country, to a whole new environment called Australia. Since then, I thought I chose the right path, I was doing the right thing, and everything was going to be happy as long as I continued studying and get good grades, proceed to postgraduate degree. But the thing is, I wasn't very satisfied with my life. Yeah, I don't know why, but I was always feeling very, very needy. Wasn't fully satisfied. I think that's the best way to put it. I was always thirsty. I was always looking for something, seeking for another path. I didn't know what it was, but something just lacked in my life. And while I was going through that, I decided to go volunteering to Vietnam. Was an ESL teacher there. That experience sort of changed my life. It didn't change like 180 degrees, but at least I really got to see a different angle, a different perspective in life. Before then, I never met anyone who really appreciated my talents, who thought the skills, the knowledge I have are enough to help others who are in need. Because I always felt that I was lacking something, like I needed to always try, I needed to be more successful, I needed to learn, I needed more experience. So I never imagined that I was able to help someone. But being in Vietnam really changed my perspective. And so that's when I decided, God, I don't really want to live the way I'm living now. I'm being so self-centered, fully focused to myself and just my life and like maybe some others around me. I'm not looking to others who are in need, and I didn't want to waste my life just by living in such a small world. And so yeah, that's when I made my first decision to change my mindset, change the way I looked at my life. But changes don't really come quickly. Although I was very fully determined after my visit in Vietnam, I still went through the same routine, like uni, church, maybe some volunteering. It was pretty much the same. I felt like I was still stuck in that same mentality of just fully being like preoccupied with myself and like my family perhaps, but that was it. So I felt something was still needing to be changed. And eventually, towards the end of my course in psychology, I thought that I shouldn't continue because at that time I was trying to get into this course called honors, which is like a research and plus coursework. But the reason why I didn't choose was because I was so sick of studying. I felt so tired, like I was always stressed out. I wasn't enjoying myself, so I thought maybe, I shouldn't continue. I should just stop and just pause there and do something else. But I didn't know what. Actually, during my time in Vietnam, I experienced something very, very strange yet amazing. My time in Vietnam was part missions plus volunteering. So I was praying, and then I heard a voice in my heart saying I should go to Israel for working holiday. I know it sounds very strange. I know it's very weird to those of you who are not Christians, but as Christians, we are not just talking to God as a one-way direction, but it's always both ways. So I felt strong presence of God when I heard that, when I felt that in my heart, which I really couldn't ignore or resist. So by the end of my time at uni, I decided to follow that inner voice. It was very daring, very challenging indeed. So I really prayed hard. As I continued to pray, I really felt convicted. I had this big conviction in my heart that this was the path I should follow. Yes, it was very hard because I knew nobody. I had no connections whatsoever related to Israel. I didn't even know that there was this visa called working holiday. But I really felt that I needed to listen to God and I needed to follow His command. So I packed and just came, and now I'm here. I will actually tell you more about why I thought coming to Israel was a life changer. There is so much more I want to share. Thank you so much for watching this video of me talking for 20 minutes. I hope this could inspire you in some ways. If you are a Christian, then I really, really encourage you to come and visit at least once in your life because it's a very special country. I'll tell you more about this in my next video. So thank you for watching and bye for now.